Yeah, assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yo, look.
Let me see your chest.
Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble.
This is a human condition, right? This is a human suffering that we're seeing in Portsmouth, in Greene County, in SNCI, in Wilkinson County, all throughout this state, y'all. We've been focusing on Portsmouth, but we cannot forget about all the rest of our brothers and sisters throughout. Do we understand that?
Unapologetically black, capital A, capital F. I love black women. Hennessy, black with no chaser.
What comes to mind is no cut cards. We're not holding back anything as black people, regardless of whatever the struggles, regardless of whatever pain, everything that we pretty much felt in 2020. Black with no chaser represents we not holding nothing back 2021. Everything they said we couldn't get, we coming to get.
Really appreciate y'all. This has been one of the most amazing interviews I've ever done.
Well, I like this Black with No Chaser radio station. Telling our stories the way that they should be told, considering how mainstream media always picks and chooses how they want to represent us. So that's why we exist.
That last night.
Literally, see, yeah. This is meant to be. This conversation was definitely meant to be. It's important that we get a chance to see ourselves in the light that we know that we should be shown in. And that's exactly why we created this space. Before we even get into this interview, I'm going to ask you the first question we ask every guest as soon as they get on the stage is what comes to mind when you hear Black with No Chaser?
Black with No Chaser, the first thing that comes to mind is, that's my inner man. Like, that's the inner person. That's the story of my life. I get up every day, unapologetic. There's not going to be any chaser, honey, because I'm going to give it to you straight up. I'm not going to apologize about anything. It's here it comes. Are you ready? Test your gag reflex.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's the right response. Are you ready? Because there's no... We're always ready. We live black every day, so we are ready. Is the world ready for what we have to offer? So considering you saying that statement, I want to go on and say you are the OG, the original of reality television, period. I know a lot of people like to, revert it to the real world, but when it comes down to the culture, you are our original. And I want to know, how does that feel to be in that spotlight, to kind of kick it off and show people how to be originally you on a reality TV show, regardless of what the audience is expecting? How does it feel to be like, I'm here, Tiffany is here, and this is how it's going to be?
It's a very high honor to be recognized for being your most authentic self. And when I was doing reality television, there wasn't a lot of that going on. I really didn't have too many, role models to look up to in that reality genre. Of course, I love my girl Tammy Roman and Omarosa,
Yes.
and I feel like those shows definitely gave us, what we needed, little punches here and there. But when I came on the scene, it was just like constant. Episode after episode, here she is, and then I splashed out and got my own situation from it. So when you talk in terms of being the first, I think that's definitely a true statement, because I had my own television show after The Flavor of Love. So I can groove on what you're saying. I agree.
So I'm gonna ask a real honest question right now. Does it get on your nerves that people call you New York? Because you're Tiffany. You are Tiffany Pollard. Let's be real. Yes, I understand the New York tagline, but sometimes, does that get on your nerves sometimes?
If I'm gonna be brutally honest here today,
you have to for Black with No Chaser.
I need to be.
Yes.
Girl, it doesn't upset me. I feel like that's my middle name. Because I don't have a middle name. My mom never gave me a middle name. So
see, I didn't know that.
Okay, that's my middle name. Okay.
That's dope. That's actually dope. It's like you let the world adopt you a middle name. So I can appreciate that answer. That's really cool. So how did you get connected with T.S. Madison? I love her, by the way.
Oh my gosh, how could you not?
How could you not?
Heart of gold. Well, basically, if there's anything hip going on, I live under a rock. My brother Mecca is always going to tell me what's hot, what's the tea, what I should be knowing. So he told me about Madison. He was like, "Hey, you got to check out the Queen Supreme Court, Madison." So he hit me to her, and I was like hooked. And then I
love
met
it.
her at an event, and then from there, I was just like, we were just inseparable. So that's how that all came about.
I can even tell just in the promo shot that y'all got this energy that looks like it's inseparable. I can tell that y'all probably laugh your asses off all the time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the first time I met Madison, like I told her, I was like, "You're born to like do great things." Like she just carries herself in such a way where you know that there's a story unfolding there, and she is so not through.
It's dope to see people transform from the YouTube into the actual scene on national television. So how, because that process is a little different from your process because you started off at the top tier already. So what kind of conversations have you guys had with her transforming into that new platform? Because I'm sure you could give her great advice of how to just get ready for this television thing.
Well, one advantage Madison definitely has is that, you know, with her taking over social media the way she has on the web and everything, she's already kind of was, you know, dealing with the adversities, let's say, bullies and things like that and trolls. So I feel like she already came with a lot of know-how to deal with and delegate through so many people knowing her overnight. You know, she's having a cult following like that on social media. So now when she gets into television and having her own reality show, it's like she was already prepared, but then she could times it by like, you know, 1 million. So she, you know, she's already had eyes on her.
Okay, that's a fair assessment. I think I can agree with that because, you know, like you said, it takes you one time to watch her and you're like, okay, I need some more. You keep coming back for more when it comes to her. So have you seen the movie Secret Society?
When did this come out?
It just came out this weekend. You don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to be ashamed.
Okay.
Listen, you and her should watch that together. I would love to see y'all's opinion on it because it's covering the lifestyle. I don't want to give too much away, but it covers the lifestyle in a way that us as a community really needs to pay attention to. It gives us a different respect for it. And although all of the actors and actresses in it, they may not be like, you know, the top tier actors, but they did a phenomenal job. They did a top tier job with transferring the messagings and the conversations that we need to be having as far as treating all humans the same across the board, regardless of the titles. So
Secret Society is a
Secret Societies. It's a must see. Go on Amazon. It's on Amazon. It's only on Amazon.
Oh, good.
Yes, it's.
Sure.
I promise you and her are going to enjoy that. Not only it's a great conversation piece, and it's taken us too long to come to this time to have these conversations. So that's I attached to it really, really good. I've watched it 3 times. That's how good it is.
Oh, it really resonated.
Yes, it resonated. Yes, you do. You really do. So let's talk about what's next for you, considering this show that you are on with her. Like, what do y'all have planned? Because I know that it's something else that's planned next for this. Because this shit is too good. It's too good to just be like, oh.
Exactly. You know, there's always something on the horizon, especially, you know, with things clearing up. You know what I'm talking about? As far as the new normal and what we're dealing with. So I feel like we're all kind of pushing back out, you know, slowly but surely. So there's some good things cooking, but right now, you know, you have to still kind of stay safe and all that kind of stuff.
That's true.
But as that yellow tape disappears, honey, the sky's the limit.
How has dealing with the pandemic been with your busy schedule? Like, did everything shut off? or did everything just shut off physically and you still was busy behind the scenes on Zoom and all of those things?
I didn't adapt to a lot of the virtual lifestyle. You know, I was being honest. You don't create an honest space.
Yes.
I was just at home and chilling and eating and cooking and screwing. You know, just
all of that. Yes.
That's life in my bed. You know what I mean?
He was like, "Thank you for this pause."
Exactly. But you know what? Now that we're getting back going and everything, I really like a lot of the little virtual situations I got going on. You know,
absolutely.
You can do a lot from the web. Madison is not on her own here. I'm starting to see, you know, why she had such a great success. I mean, you can really earn great and get your following up right on the web.
It is. It's amazing that you can save the gas. You can save your outfits because, I mean, hey, it's just the top and above. Like, you know, it's just so much saving in being in the virtual world.
On right now, girl.
You are not alone. I have on flip-flops.
Yes, exactly.
Listen, Tiffany, it's an honor to be able to talk to you, considering growing up, and I'm not too younger than you, so let me not even say growing up. But I just remember in my college days, like rushing to the television to see you, rushing to see what type of realness we were gonna get, because like I said, it was the first dose, and it was a relief. Like you were definitely a relief for us to be able to be comfortable with ourselves. And this is like, y'all, you're gonna get this, and it's okay. You're gonna be all right. And even if you're not gonna be all right, that's not my problem.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
So tell the people where they can follow you on social media so that we can just keep up with you. I'm already keeping up with you, but I want the audience to make sure that they're keeping up with everything that you have going on and where we can find you.
Come on now, yes. Y'all.
Websites, everything.
I want y'all to keep up with me right now. Follow me on Instagram at Tiffany_HBIC_Pollard. And that's
that part is important.
LLARD. And on Twitter, it's Tiffany Pollard. And there's a lot of good things cooking. So you guys definitely want to stay tuned.
We thank you so much for your time over here at Black with No Chaser, for pulling up at the Black lunch break. You know, it's been a wonderful conversation. I'm ready to have even more, but I'm not going to steal too much of your time. I know that you are busy, and I just respect that.
I appreciate it. Have me back again. I would love to come back.
You know what? You're going to have to come back so that you can talk with my co-host, because he will have you rolling. If you thought I had you rolling, he's a trip.
It's a date.
It's a date. Okay, we're going to set it up. Thank you so much for your time. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too.
Being that you have such a reach, I thank you for putting me on, man.
For sure. And you know, we always ask folks when they first come on here, man, because it's like a tradition. You know, we started doing this the first season we started. And the question is right there in front of you. You can see it. What comes to mind when you hear Black with No Chaser?
With no chaser. Pure, hardcore. The real. You know what I mean?
The real.
Yeah, man, the essence, the real essence.
I really appreciate y'all. This has been one of the most amazing interviews I've ever done. My job as one of the OGs, and my teachers will tell you, my teachers started Duke Ellington, the first class of Duke Ellington in DC. They were revolutionaries. They were street kings and queens. Glenda Dickerson, I got to give homage. Mike Malone, Peggy Cooper Cafridge, Skipper Driscoll, Charles Organs. Well, he's still alive, God bless. Charles Brown, who saved Cooper.
What are you listening to? It really actually doesn't matter what you listen to. You should be listening to Black with No Chaser Radio, clearly. So forgot about that. Never forget. Right. Never forget. My mistake. Black with No Chaser Radio.